That's a funny thing. This is something that I've seen before on vehicles that have sat for a while. You know, this is on my old bus. But they get this algae on them, which is weird. I don't quite understand what that lives on. But, you know, you can wipe it right off. It really doesn't even damage the paint. You know, it's kind of weird stuff. You know, the paint underneath is fine. But the stuff evidently just lives off air. But I remember one time reading or seeing this article about, it was the door for a Volkswagen Bug that some university had brought up out of Mexico because it had a whole assortment of different of this sort of fungusy stuff growing on it. Yeah, you know, because it's like a community. Like you would say right there, there's this one that's kind of all branched out. Yeah, it's weird stuff. But it really doesn't seem to damage the paint, you know, it's just on the surface. But I know that 64 Jamel, my brother bought, had all kinds of that stuff on it. You know, anything that sits outside, that stuff will start growing on it. But it has to be something that lives simply off nutrients it gets out of the air, out of the rain. You know, because this was dry, powdery looking. And now I'll get a little water. She's starting to green up. But it's an algae. But boy, you would think that stuff would need, you know, because there's no roots to it. I mean, it's just sitting on the surface. But someplace in some science lab, they have that door from a Volkswagen sitting that has all this, because it has many different varieties of this growing on it. It was like different colonies. So it's just kind of interesting.